Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. And ultimately, thank you so much for gracing your presence here on my channel. I truly appreciate you stopping by and choosing me to be entertainment for today. Alright guys, let's get into it. But first, we need to grab ourselves some cup of coffee. Let me get in the Christmas spirit. Hello. Come on brand or no. You know the coffee is good when you start singing, when it just hits the soul, it hits your inner peace. You just be like, All right, but let's not forget about the blonde. Hello, cannot bypass it. How you guys feeling about it? Loving it. Just representing J Finesse Beauty, representing myself. Just really feeling empowered, feeling like so bad. I'm like so bad, so gorgeous. Thank you guys for always giving me uplifting comments and everything of that nature. I have to always thank you guys because you're the reason why I keep going. I mean, besides the fact that I have a passion for just speaking and motivating people and inspiring people, you guys, the reason you come back every time, you get my views up, you comment down below, you like this video, I appreciate it because you don't have to. Some people overlook the small things. For me, I think they're very important. And that's what we're going to jump into our topic today. Have you ever thought about this? Giving time to yourself. Give yourself time. Give yourself time to relax. Give yourself time to think, to cope, to reason. Give yourself that time because we move so fast in the world today. Whether it's going shopping, whether it's buying coffee, whether it's clocking in for work, whether it's seeing about your kids, seeing about your family. Have you ever thought about seeing about yourself just for, maybe 5 minutes? Or just giving some time to yourself to relax, to get your mind processing in the way that you want, because life is all about choices. Life is all about how you make it. Of course, most things are predestined. You never know you're going to make an action until it happens, but in God's mind, in God's hand, it was already predestined. In the universe's realm, it was already predestined because it's just designed that way. It's like life and death. You live life, then you die. Okay? So, but while you're living life, give yourself time to just think about the things that you're going through. Because a lot of times, like I said, moving so fast in this fast-paced world where fast money is to be made, fast living is to be had, sometimes we do everything for other people and not enough for ourselves. Come on, it's early, let's speak it. So why don't you give that much time back to yourself? And a lot of times people say, well, that's called being selfish. I think it's being selfless. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish, okay? But in retrospect, to me, it's selfless, because if I give enough time to myself, if I give plenty, abundant time to myself, I give that much back onto the world, onto the things that I do, onto the people that I seek. It just naturally overspills. But if I don't give enough time to myself, how can I be selfless? How can I appreciate the things that I'm going through, the things that I seek, the people that I'm around, and even just my prayer that I pray every night or throughout the day, or however that may be for you? You got to give yourself time. You got to give yourself time to think, okay? Sometimes we move so fast that we're just going by actions and we're not thinking about what we're doing. We're going so fast that it's almost second nature to get up, brush your teeth, get up, make some coffee, get up, crank your car up, put on some clothes, go to work, go to school, take care of the kids, however your routine looks for you. It's a routine, and it's something that you don't stop because you're consistently repeating those same actions. But what if you just stop for a minute in the morning? What if you just stop for 5 minutes before bed to give yourself time to just say, you know what, today is about me. Or just for these 5 minutes, just for this 1 minute in the morning, this is about me. Even if it's 1 minute, just to clear your mind, just to relax your thoughts, just to understand your being, you know. And it's also a coping mechanism to give yourself time to unwind, to give yourself time to relax, to give yourself time to reason and think about the things that you do on an everyday basis. So give yourself that time. Give yourself that time to just relax and think about things a little bit more deeper and not just on the shallow or the surface of things. Okay? Because sometimes we are always rushing to bed without, you know, saying a prayer, or without meditating, or without, you know, giving ourselves gratitude, thanking ourselves for even getting through the day. Okay? Because the days, how they're looking, just like any other day, is not promised. But the more you pour back into yourself, that afterlife that everyone is so wishing for, everyone is so much desiring, everyone is so much hoping for, is going to be more prosperous. It's going to be filled with prosperity. It's going to be filled with joy. It's because it's like what you do now affects what you do later, affects how you are later. What you've done 10 years ago brought you to this point today. Hello, come on, you with me? So when you give yourself time to reason and to think, you don't necessarily repeat those same mistakes, or you don't necessarily, you know, do for others what you can't do for yourself. Ooh. What is it about this morning? Hello, am I speaking? Come with it. But yes, you got to give yourself that time to just unwind, to think, to have a clear mentality, you know, have a conscious but, you know, wholesome heart, wholesome soul, wholesome spirit. Talk to spirit, talk to your spirit, talk to yourself. Give yourself what you wouldn't give yourself on a regular day basis. That's when you know you need it. Because all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I didn't take a hot bath today. I didn't go for a walk today. Why not switch up my routine? What's wrong with, you know, skipping a few lines in the realm of the world today? What's wrong with interrupting that routine to where you feel complete? We're always looking for other people to complete us. We're always looking for love in the wrong places. We're always looking for, you know, joy in material things. But we never can find that within ourselves. And why is that? Because we don't give ourselves that time to think about what it is we actually want. What do we really desire in life? Is it that we desire love for someone else, or is that we're missing self-love in ourselves? Is it that we're putting so much joy or wanting so much joy in material things, or is that we're missing joy from our life? And we're not getting that same that we used to when we were a child, because when we were a child it just came natural. It was so easy to be happy. Now we struggle to be happy. Now we have to find it in other people to be happy, or other things to be happy, when we really don't understand what it means to be happy inside. So giving yourself that time to just think, relax, unwind, cope, you go through life so much more appreciative, so much more, showing so much more gratitude. You're going through life understanding your purpose. Because now I know how to cope with a death in the family. Oh my gosh, hold on, let's backtrack. That's a big one. You ever, especially now, I know for me, story time real quick, I had a death in the family. Yes, I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. But I moved on with it so quickly. It's like it didn't even happen. or it happened, but I was not affected. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever thought about that? You know, you just, everything happens so bam, 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 that death, tragedy is almost non-existent to you. Or it's more like you're numb to the feeling. Oh my gosh, have you ever been numb to situations? You've been in so many different situations that now you're just numb to it. Or you've been through so much tragedy in your life that now you're just numb to it. I know you felt like that sometimes. And a lot of times it's because we're not dealing with it. We're not dealing with it. We're just moving on. Oh, it'll happen. That happens. It's life. It keeps going. Yes, life keeps going, but life also stops too. And it stops when you're ready to stop it. By that, I mean it stops when you're ready to think. When you're ready to consciously be aware of everything that you do. Consciously being aware of everything that's happening around you. That's how you know you're thinking. That's how you know you're coping. That's how you know you're reasoning with yourself to be a better you. You gotta think, you gotta reason, and you gotta cope in the most healthiest way possible. Okay? So think about that sometimes. Give yourself that time sometimes, okay? I know it's hard, believe me, but you can't let life take control of you. You can't let life dominate the things that you want to do. You have to pursue you. You have to pursue yourself. When you pursue yourself, when you give to yourself, when you think about things, when you're showing yourself gratitude, you're giving yourself so much love, everything around you falls into place. But it has to start with us. It has to start from the inside out. Nothing life is affected, but we're mostly affected because we're doing life. You know what I mean? We're walking through life as this spirit living this human experience. So you got to give time to yourself before you go crazy, okay? Even if it's just watching this video, take a second, pause the video, take 3 deep breaths. That's enough for you. If that's enough for you, let that be enough for you. But just giving yourself time, letting yourself know that there is time. Yes, time is non-existent, but there is time for you to just relax, think, and cope. Let's cope together. Let's heal together. And let's be a force of natural gratitude, thankfulness, prosperity. You know, everything in one. Let's start giving back to ourselves. Because we love to give to other people naturally, especially women. We're naturally nurturers, you know, but we don't give that enough to ourselves. And men, you guys are providers to the T, but you never stop to think about, what are you doing for me? What are you doing for yourself? How are you providing for yourself? Whether that's financially, emotionally, you know, consciously. How are you providing for yourself? Are you providing for yourself? Women, are you nurturing yourself? Are you giving, are you feeding that soil? Are you watering that seed? You got to. You got to. Alright guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video helped in any kind of way. If it did, give this video a like. Show me that you're supporting this channel and that you're on the road to success, to gratitude. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And you know what? I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really love you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.